Hi there, Dave Forrest here for F52TV. Welcome to episode 17. Straight down to business. Who won the Snapped DVD, last week's competition prize? As always, all you had to do was visit the link, like, comment, favourite, etc. And from those of you who left a comment, 2 people were picked at random to win Snapped. And if you want to see it performed, check out last week's episode, episode 16. I did manage to get the right prize this week. I didn't quite manage that last week, but here it is anyway. Snapped. 2 winners, names appearing on screen now. Well done to you two. Send me a message through the YouTube system giving me your postal address, and a copy of Snapped is on its way to you. Well done. There is a new product being added to the F52 website this week. There's a couple of new products actually. I'll talk about another one in a moment. It's the Wristband Revelation. Now, I say this is a new product. It's actually a sort of a rejuved version of an older product called the Livestrong Revelation by Steve Della and Liam Montier. I've redesigned it, and this is the result. It's now changed to look more like the Livestrong bands. And it's really easy, you know, you just sort of have it on you all the time, an easy card revelation. Yeah, so check out the trailer. It's up as a link on the screen now. Check out the trailer and have a look. I think it's a nice stocking filler for the magician in your life, because it's nice and easy. If someone's just getting into magic, for example, then this is great. You know, card revelations where, you know, it appears written on your wristband and stuff. Lay people love it. Never underestimate the power of a decent card revelation. Now, when you purchase the Wristband Revelation, it comes with a real Livestrong band, alright? It's a little bit of, you're doing a little bit for charity. And of course the gimmick band, which looks just like it. And you also get access to a 20-minute video, companion video that teaches you a couple of card forces and a couple of short routines that I've used with the wristband. And it occurred to me actually that whether you have the wristband or not, it might be something that you want to watch. So there is a link on screen now, and if you follow that link, you'll be able to watch the companion video that comes with the wristband. So, you know, it's just a couple of card forces and stuff on there. It's fairly basic stuff, but I thought you might like to check it out, so please do. That is the Wristband Revelation. And the Wristband Revelation is, of course, this week's prize. We'll give 2 of these away. All you have to do, again, there's a link on screen. Visit the link, like, comment and favourite this episode, alright? And make sure you leave a note saying that you did favourite. And you will be entered into the prize. I'll pick 2 names at random. Winners announced next week. Lots of luck. Okay, so on my recent video shoot with Lee Smith, this joint project that we're putting out, I got to meet up with some of my friends. John Carey was there. Gary Jones was there. He taught the top con control in last week's episode. One of the best things we've had on F52 TV in my opinion. And this week, another little clip. This time it's John Carey performing a coin routine. It's performance only. I'm sure you'll agree he does it wonderfully, and it's a really lovely trick. Check this out.
Hi, I'm John Carey and welcome to F52 TV. I'd like to share a little routine with you I had on Handle with Carey earlier this year. It's still available from RSVP Magic. It uses 3 coins. Oh, sorry, 1 coin. Use your imagination. Old English penny, solid soft, solid soft. Chocolate coin. Or what's that old English penny? Just use your imagination. Imagine it looks like a silver $half. Take that imagination and make it look Chinese. Actually, you remember a moment before it looked silver, a moment before that it looked copper, and a moment before that it looked like one of these. Chinese. I'll get rid of that coin. Actually, I've got another one just here. Actually, did I really have a silver coin? Did I really have a copper coin? Did I really have that coin? Actually, you see, I really wanted to show you a trick with 3 coins, and inside the purse we have Chinese, silver and copper. Thank you very much indeed.
There you go, John Carey there performing his lovely coin routine and doing it flawlessly. I might add. That coin routine is available on John's DVD, which is called Handle with Carey. I think RSVP produced that, so do check it out. Another new product added to the website this week. This thing is phenomenal, alright. This was pointed out to me by, I think Gary Jones mentioned it a couple of weekends ago when I met up with him. And I don't know how I missed this thing, it's so good. It's called Look Sharp by Wayne Goodman. And apparently everybody had heard about it except me. And as soon as I saw it performed, I had to get it for the shop. It is a brilliant idea. I mean, we're talking about card revelations, right? The wristband. This thing is superb. Really, really clever idea. Very reasonably priced effect, and it's just a worker. It's something you're going to use all the time. The basic effect is that the marker that you hand to your spectator to sign their name, so they sign their name on the card. You then do a card routine or whatever. They're using the pen as a wand, and in a sort of in a magical moment, you direct them to the pen in their hand, remove the cap, and it's actually a rolled up playing card, and when they open it, it's the selected card. I mean, that is just a killer revelation and just a clever idea. And it also allows you that wonderful magician's moment where they've got a thing in their hand, and just because of their normal everyday assumptions, they don't even realise they're holding their playing card. It's, to me, a slice of pure gold. It's Look Sharp by Wayne Goodman. Go and check out the demo, link on the screen now. I think it's one of the most novel and commercial things I've seen in a long time. Look Sharp by Wayne Goodman. Love it. Okay, just one quick word on the winter sale. The final winter sale is on right now. They've been very popular, these sales. It's select DVDs for 3 weekends in December at half price, alright? There is a sale on right now. It's the last one, and I know it's going to be the most popular because I've had lots of emails asking about it. And there's good reason for it, because it's got a lot of very popular material, new stuff. As an example, half price right now is Chris Congreve's The Light. This is usually £40. For 24 hours, it's only £20. I predict this might sell out on this sale because it's a popular item, and to get it at half price, it's a good deal. Also, right now, half price is Deception. It's usually £20. This is only £10 right now, and again, it's going to sell fast. Star is also included, my torn and restored card. This is half price right now. So there's a link on screen if you want to get the magician in your life something nice for Christmas, which is right around the corner. You'll not find a better opportunity. There are another couple of DVDs, Loophole and DeLorean, are also half price right now. So as I say, 24 hours only. It ends at midnight tomorrow. That is Friday, midnight GMT. The last winter sale. Check it out. Okay, I want to give a quick shout out now to Kyle Purnell, who a couple of weeks ago, I dare say it was a lot of weeks ago, actually sent me a link to a video. Kyle's version of My Effect Sinkhole, which is from the Project Zero DVDs, and in fact Sinkhole is a free effect. It's on YouTube. In fact, I'll put a link up, right? So there's a link up, that's the original effect, Sinkhole. Go and check that out. Now Kyle has a variation of it called What the Hole, and it's really, really good. So there's a link coming on screen now. This is Kyle's variation of Sinkhole. It's really, really great stuff. I urge you all to check it out and see what he's done with it. Go and do it now. Kyle, good job. Okay, this week's free effect is called Rapport, and it's one of those occasions where I've lifted it straight from the DVD Nevermore. This effect features on this DVD, and I know that's popular with full 52 TV viewers when I lift straight from the DVD. So here it is. This is Rapport. Check it out. Right, Chloe, we've done a couple of tricks now, and I find that when I do tricks for people, sometimes I'm able to sort of build up a sort of rapport, and sometimes actions can be sort of synchronised, and I'll explain what I mean. But first of all, I want you to shuffle up these cards, and once they're shuffled and you're satisfied that they're mixed, what I'm going to do is move a few cards around and maybe sort of decide on one and sort of set the deck in a way in the hope that you'll see what I mean. First, let me take out an appropriate prediction card. I'm going to say this card here. So I moved a couple around, and I took one out, and now I'm going to shuffle the deck in case you think that I've memorised the order or anything like that. Of course I haven't, but I'm going to shuffle the deck anyway. Okay, like so. Okay, and then I'll give them this more traditional shuffle as well. Just like that. Now all I'm going to do is deal through the cards onto the table one at a time. Whenever you feel the urge, as it were, just say stop, alright? So I'm going to just deal through like this. And then anytime you like, you just say stop.
Stop.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want to show you something. If you would have chosen to say stop a moment earlier, you would have had this card.
Mm-hmm.
If you would have chosen to say stop a moment after that, it would have been this card.
Mm-hmm.
So you truly stopped where you felt was the right time.
Yeah.
And it was a random position, or did it feel random, or did you feel the need to say stop there?
Yeah, it was random. Yeah.
Okay, take a look at the card. The 7 of Hearts.
Yeah.
And you remember I placed the card in my pocket, right? Because I was hoping you would say stop here, because the card that I placed in my pocket is the mate to that card. The other red 7, the 7 of Diamonds. Well done. So here is the explanation to Rapport, which is an impromptu variation of an effect that I previously published again in a Peter Duffy ebook. In fact, it may have been the same ebook. I think it was Miraculous Minds that I published, the invisible deck thing that I mentioned as elsewhere on this DVD. But basically, this is an impromptu method of performing the same effect. The previous method I had for this, and basically the effect is you put a card in your pocket, you deal through the deck, the card in the pocket matches the one they stop you on. It's the mate to the card they stop you on. The previous method I had involved setting up half the deck, which I did perform it because the effect was strong, but the setup just became too much of a hassle. And what I noticed in the end was that although I had set up all these cards for all these possibilities, they rarely went any more than 10 or 12 cards before telling me to stop. And with that in mind, I developed this impromptu version of the exact same effect. So I call it Rapport because I like to sort of, I like to do it if I feel like I'm doing some card tricks for someone and it's going well and they're being receptive, because you can really put the onus on them. They can get the congratulations for stopping you at the right moment and making the correct connections with you and so on. So it's a good effect for that. It's a good effect for sort of getting people, for directing focus onto your spectators for a change. So it's good for that. So it's totally impromptu. You have them shuffle the deck, and what you're going to do, you're going to say, I'm going to remove a suitable card which I believe is a prediction, which will serve as my prediction rather. The first thing I'm going to do is look at the face card, the 8 of clubs, and then I'm going to look at the card at the rear, in this case the 10 of clubs. And you're allowed to take your time here because you're trying to find a suitable card. You pull some out, choose a few, put them back in, then you shuffle the deck again anyway, so don't worry about them thinking you're setting something up. Plus the fairness of the procedure doesn't easily lend itself to the idea that a setup would help you. So here's what I do, and this is great because there is the mate to my card on top. So in this case, I would swap the order of these two and go like this. So I've got the 10 and the 8. These are going to run underneath the spread, and I'm going to look for another 8. There it is, a black 8. Cull that under the spread, and then maybe... Now this was a particularly easy occasion. During performance, I was finding not mates. What you're trying to do here is get 3 sets of mates to the top, and I've succeeded so far in getting 2 in one run through, which is great. And often it does happen that way. When I performed it, nothing was happening quite as easy, but like I say, don't worry, because you have a viable reason for looking through the deck and taking your time, so don't worry about it. So now all I need to do is get one more set of mates to the face, and I see an opportunity here because here I have the 6 of diamonds and here is the 6 of hearts. So I would up jog the 6 as if maybe I'll take this one, and then up jog another one and say no, not then, and then with my thumb push this one up, strip these two out, run through, maybe push that one back in. I don't know. Eventually you settle on a random card. The bottom line here is, during this you're parting about a suitable card. Get 3 pairs of mates to the top of the pack. If this sounds like a lot, trust me, it's not. It's so easy to quickly organise this just from looking at a card. As I said, in performance it took a while, but even if you watch that performance, it's not that long, and it's not a big deal basically. So take a random card out, put it in your pocket, and now you're going to shuffle the deck. And what you're going to do is a weave shuffle, which is going to place a card in between all of these cards, right? So what I'm going to do is take about a third of the cards, and you're going to weave them together. Weave the smaller packet into the centre of the larger packet, and in this case it's a perfect weave, which is great, but it doesn't have to be. Only the top 6 cards, or the top 12 cards in that case, have to interlace perfectly. So that's easily done. Now from this position, what I'm going to do is sort of press down with my finger, which is going to lock that weaved or woven either one of those. You're going to it's going to lock that in position so it can be stripped out and dropped on top, and then you can cascade those cards like so. That means that I now have this card, these 2 cards are mates, and there's an indifferent card in between them, an indifferent card, indifferent card. So every second card is an indifferent card. Now I'm going to give it an overhand shuffle, and I'm going to run 4 cards singly on top. Okay, so let's just break off more than half, or about half. Run 1, 2, 3, 4. In jog the next card. Shuffle off. Pick up at the break. Shuffle off. Throw everything below the break on top. So the situation is, I now have mates in 5th and 7th, 9th and 11th, and 13th and 15th positions. If you look through the deck, that is the case. And that's all you need to know. You just need to keep those numbers in mind. Remember, you have 1 card that's in your pocket, that's an indifferent card. So all you need to do now is maybe give it a false cut and say, I'm going to deal through the deck. Whenever you feel the urge, just say stop whenever you feel the time is right. And while I'm saying that, I want to get past the first 4 cards, right? 4. So now I'm into my sets of mates. So I need to, in my head, I'm going 5, 7, because you need to know where they are. You need to know where each pair of mates is. If they stop me on 7, I'm going to say, right, I'm going to pick up this card and put it there and say, that was the card you stopped me on. And of course it's one of my mates, in this case the 6 of diamonds. Then I'm going to pick up the next card, and I'm going to say, had you have stopped me 1 card earlier, it would have been a different card. Then I'm going to use this card to turn over this card. Had you have stopped me 1 card after, it would have been a different card. Turn this down, place this on top, and then place all these on top, which puts the mate to this card on top, where it can be palmed off and produced from the pocket. Of course, this card's face down, so when you tell them to turn it face up, that's the moment you palm the card off. Okay, so plenty of misdirection, it's all built in. So let's just go back. So likewise, okay, if they get to 7, let's say they stop you on 8, alright? In this case, what you're going to do is say, that stops me right on this card right here, and it's the same process basically. You're going to say, if you'd have stopped me 1 card after, it would have been an indifferent card. 1 card one card before, it would have been a different card. Then use this one to turn this one over. 1 card after, it would have been different. Turn that face down. Drop this on top, and don't bother putting them on top. Simply ask them to turn this card over, and you palm off the mate and produce it from your pocket. Okay? So that's basically it. You just have to keep track of where the mates are, and no matter what, you'll always be able to quite innocently get to where the mate is. We'll probably do one more just for the sake of it. So let's say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So where are we? Yeah, that would have been under there. So that they've stopped you on 8, right? So 9, 10, 11 would be another occasion where you would say, then there's the card, and 13 is the mate to that card, okay? And that's basically how it's done. It is an impromptu version of quite a good effect. I mean, I sort of like this effect. I've came up with a number of ways to do it. This is by far the most satisfying so far, as it's completely impromptu, and like I said, it was born out of me noticing that doing a more complex version, I was always being stopped relatively early anyway. Obviously, the slower you deal, the more, quite frankly, bored they're going to get and tell you to stop, which is great. I will mention one further idea. David Regal on a DVD, but not his. I believe it might have been Hit the Road, the Lee Asher, Paul Wilson DVD. David Regal has a version where he has a duplicate in his wallet and stuff. It's very clever, and he offers a nice method for should they go past your stack, because David's using a stack of only 4 cards, I think, interlaced. I don't remember the details, but the part I do remember is he suggests that if they go right way past where your stack is, you stop them halfway and say, look, that's probably enough, and then you spell their name and something, you start to deal off the dealt packet. So they keep going, you say, well, stop there, what's your name, and you deal like that, and basically you just work it so you're working back into your stack again, which I always thought was a useful idea. And there you have it. That is, in a nutshell, Rapport. There you go, that was Rapport from the Nevermore DVD. I do hope you all get some use out of that effect. That is all for episode 17. Do come back next week when I promise I will have some news on this Lee Smith project. I know I keep saying come back next week. Next week I'll definitely have something to show you. Alright, at least a trailer or something like that. So come back for episode 18. I'm Dave Forrest for Full 52 TV. I'll see you next time.